They don't know how good they have it. This is their day, every day. They just hang out with me all day like this. Carmen, say hi to everybody. And she goes. Okay. Carmen, wait. Hold on. We got to show everybody what we got. You guys see it? You guys see it? Something showed up yesterday. Let's go walk over there. Oh, yeah. Maddie's checking it out. Maddie's up there already. And I'm walking quicker than normal because I'm excited. There it is. Yanni's back. And I just couldn't help myself. Showed up yesterday. So here's the deal. I don't know if you could meet a nicer guy, but Meg's cousin Tyler, as you know, brought this machine to me a few months ago. Did a lot of work with it. Now Tyler's got some stuff going on, and he said, hey John, I'm not going to be using my machine for a while. You want it? I mean, who does that? It's just an awesome guy. Everybody, every good person deserves a Tyler in their life. Anyway, Tyler, much appreciation, buddy. We're going to put good use to it. So, I mean, Maddie's trying to find the mouse underneath the machine. That's great. Maddie, that's 6 tons on top of you. You know that, right? Look at this. Maddie. You know what she's doing, Tyler? She's just making sure the machine is safe. Just making sure no rodents are getting in there. So let me give you some bearings, guys. You've been down my road many times. The road goes that way, okay? And it goes up and around, switchbacks, it zigzags all the way to the top. Now, we're gonna have infrastructure lines that go that way. Now, if you're unfamiliar with my property, there's a mountain up here. It comes down, and then there's another mountain up there. My house site's up there. This mountain has a cemetery. If you're new to the channel and you haven't seen it, I'm sure you'll see it at some point, but there's a cemetery at the top, and then over here, down that way is the camper, the front of the property and all that. But my property goes all the way up these mountains and to the top of them pretty much. I mean, I'm glad she's not scared of machines and stuff, but like, how much can she trust me? Maddie, come on, honey. Carmen, seriously. Hey. Getting out of these things, you just gotta kind of step on the track. All right, here's the rock in question, and there's another one here, and there's another one right there, and I think that tree looks like an oak. And there's another one here too. I'm just gonna see if I can get things to move. It's just slick, especially on an incline like this when you're trying to go up the road. If these rocks are wet, you lose your traction. So it seems silly to rip something so solid out of the ground, but it's really for when the road is wet. And gravel is not going to stay on these things. Once I gravel the road and you put it on this rock, it's just going to slip off. It won't like bite and grab into the base. So, all right, let's see what we could do here with this rock. Should also mention, this is a beech tree. I don't know why I have a really hard time cutting these things down. It's also called an elephant tree. It's got like the bark of an elephant skin, and these things are extremely heavy. If you were to cut this down and try to handle it in any way, you're going to be very surprised. This is about twice the weight of a normal like piece of oak. Anyway, I cut this in a while ago. The tree's fine, obviously it's nice and healthy. I'm going to remove the bottom branches, but it's kind of marking the corner of the road. I'm going to extend this switchback a bit and go that way a little bit. It might be losing that oak tree. Probably not that one, but maybe the cedar there. And then I could like build up this section over here a bit more with some material. That's a sassafras. I didn't mean to do that. That's sad. Must be that one. Crap. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Damn. I hate doing it, guys. I really do. There's so much room right here to put some more material and get a better turn for the road. Oh, man. I love sassafras. It smells so good. This is one, I believe. Let me just confirm. They have different shaped leaves. I mean, number one, it smells like licorice. And the leaves have like a citrus taste to them. Here, I'll just taste one. Oh yeah. I always eat the stems. Never had one that big before. It's so refreshing. I just chew on it and then I spit it out. But the leaves are different shapes. Damn, I can't believe I broke this sassafras. I think it's that one, the crooked looking one. And there's not much left to that tree. It might survive though. It might put out some... It's got some other branches, but that was the main top. But it might shoot out some new stuff over the next season. Okay. But my goodness, that smells just wonderful. Anybody else love sassafras like I do? It's got so many, oh, it just smells so wonderful. All right, enough tree talk. Here's the casualty. Here's the rock boulder. Here's my size 12. Okay, we need to get the chainsaw, cut these branches off, get the main log aside, and then make a pile for the loader to grab it with the grapple, get it out of the way. Clean up this mess. We're gonna make some progress here. I didn't even plan on doing that today. Wow, that's a heavy tree. All right, got a few pieces of firewood. That's going to be milled. This is just junk and that's junk, but that's the tree. Let's pick it up. Let's get the skid steer. Guys, I got the chest mount GoPro thing going. Look like a complete geek right now, but anyway. Okay, I figured out these. Okay, now here's the struggle. Connecting these to a machine is a big pain in the butt, as you know. And you're fighting against the pressure in the machine. You're not fighting against the attachment side of the hoses. So there's 3,000 PSI on my machine anyway, on these auxiliary hydraulic connectors, but I know it's going to benefit at least one person out there because I know who you are, as far as a demonstration how to do this without pulling your hair out. So before, I just couldn't figure out the steps on my machine, but you should be able to figure out your steps with the kind of the knowledge, the approach as far as the strategy goes. So I created this. This is not the solution, by the way. I created this and used this forever because I was so fed up with fighting with these things. Like sometimes it was so stiff, like I'd have to loosen the bolts on this thing to get anything to work. So this is my old process. I made this thing, welded it together out of a pipe clamp. And this top one is the one that usually gives you an issue. So I would put this right here, and I can't even get it to move by hand. Then I would cinch this down and clamp it in and eventually get it to connect. Sometimes it was so tough that you could see the metal bent on this thing. Like it's gotten skewy over the months or years that I've had that thing. So there's a few steps you need to do in order to make this task extremely simple. And I figured it out. So here we go. Okay. Oh, we're coming in my machine. And here I have my auxiliary hydraulic controls. There is two-way flow and one-way flow. This is detent mode. And what that does is send the oil one direction with a push of a button. It's toggle on and then toggle off. That's what that does. So that's not part of what we're doing here. Auxiliary hydraulic two-way flow is the native state in which we are. And I'm going to fire up the machine and show you what that kind of sounds like. So my auxiliary hydraulics work here down by a pedal. Some people have a little control here on their thumb or over here, something like that. Mine's a pedal. So my primary mode is forward, okay? My secondary mode is backwards. And all that does is just change the direction of the oil coming this way or going that way and vice versa on the other side. So what you need to do, put it into one way, okay? Now it's enabled. Now you'll see when I hit my pedal, listen to this click. Did you hear that click? All right, that's a valve opening, but there's no oil being forced through that direction. Now if I go backwards, it's sending oil, okay? So what you want to do is get your female connector, push the pedal down so that valve is open, and then very simply just connect it like so. Now I let the pedal go. I'm going to take the male side and connect it as well. That's all there is to it, guys. Now you come back into the machine, turn off that one-way flow, put it back into two-way, and you'll see your attachment work normal. Oh, my car's in my way. There we go. Backwards, forward. Okay. Now, when you want to remove the attachment and depress the pressure that is, relieve the pressure that's built up in those hoses, put it back in one way, okay, like this. Put it in one way, and if it's open like this, now just push the pedal forward. There's no pressure, but gravity is just forcing that thing down, pushing all the oil out of the lines and letting it equalize. Oh, I really hope that helps somebody. I've heard of guys connecting this one to this one and saying if you leave the attachment and these are connected, it won't pressurize. That's totally false. Yeah, it will neutralize and keep the pressure high or low, but building pressure is just, if the lines get hot in the sunlight, they're gonna the oil's gonna expand. It's gonna create pressure. If it cools down at night or if it's in the shade, it'll decrease. So that's nothing. The only reason I connect mine together is to keep the dirt out of the couplers and out of my hydraulic system. Yeah, you're always fighting against the machine itself. So if you could figure out a way to relieve the pressure so that you could sneak that first hose in, that's the steps to do it. Hope it helps. All right, let's go. Let's grab this enormous stump. Been here a while. Hello? Anybody living in there? No raccoons? All right. Approximate. Let's go with 11, Maddie. That's a big hole, man. Maddie, can you get out of there? Hey, what do you got? Oh, you're so full of life. How could you be mad at her? Cracks me up. All right, 11 by 5. What's the height? 4? It's 4. All right, that's the minimum size it needs to be. Let's go dig a hole. Okay guys, so I just made a few marks on the ground for the size of the tank down there. That side that you're on is a little higher than this one, so we'll have to dig a bit more over there, probably an extra foot. But anyway, we're gonna put that septic tank in the ground right here. Hopefully there's no rocks, we're gonna use the excavator. Before I do that, I just wanted to explain in case you haven't been following us the whole 100+ episodes. Our septic system is located all the way down the hill. We're 200 feet above where the RV is right now, down below where we live right now. So our septic system entails a double tank. Well, one tank is split and the second one is a pump tank. We have a leach field that has 5, what do you want to call them? 5 legs. They're 100 feet long, 24 inches wide, and they're the infiltrator tubes, 24-inch tubes. But anyway, it's in a really nice area. It's one of the only areas on this property that has really good perking soil. That's why we had to put it there. I didn't want the septic tanks there. It'd be great if we could create a smaller field here somewhere, but as you saw with the digging of this office, it's all clay. So it will never perk. You'll just be living in, let's not even think about that. But anyway, the plan here, we're gonna put our septic tank here, the blue greenish one that you just saw, that's a split tank. Now, solids go in, it overflows and kind of clears things up, and then you need a second tank next to that, which is going to be a sphere buried tank that will go just down a little bit from here, like right next to me. And what that tank is going to do, it's I think 250 gallons or so, so effluents will flow into that. It will rise. Once it gets to a certain point, a float switch will tell it to turn the pump on that's inside of it, and it will force effluents, which is basically just gray water at that point. There's no solids in it. It will pump it all the way downhill, which is an 1,800 foot run, the way I have it mapped out, down to our existing septic system. So then that septic system, well, I think once we move up here, we'll have that one totally cleaned out. So all it's doing at that point is moving water around, moving effluent water and pumping it into the leach field. So that's how it was designed from the get-go. We had to do it that way because of the soil conditions. There's no way around it. And this is not anything foreign. This is done every day around this part of the country, pumping effluent water around to good soil. So we're going to dig this hole and go from there. Hopefully we don't hit rocks. Wish me luck. Actually struggling with this soil a little bit, this clay. Look at that. That shows you how difficult this clay is. All that clay. Wow. right, guys, Carmen, did you win the race today? Yeah?
Yes, she won.
She did?
I have video surveillance on my phone.
Very good.
And she won the scrunchie.
She won the scrunchie? Okay. Okay, guys, so we got what Tyler calls Yanni up here. Showed that footage of me digging this hole. It's a few days later, and what you did miss, because I ran out of battery on the camera, was removing this thing. Look at the size of this thing, guys. There's my size 12. Okay, look at that thing. Hey, Autumn. Actually, Maddie. Hey, Maddie, come up. Up, 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 up. Stay. Look at the size of that thing. There's Maddie for reference. Maddie, you are the perfect size comparison companion.
What about me?
No, Maddie's the best. Good girl, Maddie. Good girl. Okay, get down. Get down.
Come on.
So, there's our septic tank. It's a split tank. This is tank number 1 of 2. We have 2, don't forget, down by the RV. So this separates the solids to liquid, and then liquid flows over into another tank. But it's going in right here. We got that rock out of this hole. It is rock free. It is level. I have compacted it down, and it's a silty. Look, I'm kind of standing in it. Look at this stuff. This is really weird. It's a silty soil over here. It changed pretty much right there. There was clay and it ended, and then it just turned into this super dry silty stuff. So maybe I just got lucky and found a patch of this stuff, but there's no trees that were growing here, so maybe that explains it. I don't know. But we're going to take the machine here, grab the septic tank, set it in there, and then I'm going to backfill a little bit, not the whole way, because I need to put water in it as I backfill. But I want to get it there, make sure it's level, and then put some soil around it. So, got my helpers up here, and they're going to help me out. Right, guys? Yeah. All right. So, first things first, I got a chain on that thing. Claire's going to help me link it up. And, girls, let's slay it, huh? think we could just do some dad muscle here for that. Yeah.
You're so strong, Dad.
Thanks so much, Clara.
You're welcome, Slay. Slay, Dad.
Slaying it. Why not take advantage of the air conditioning, John? Little scoops at a time. Soil, guys. Can I reach you? Look how clean that soil is. Make a road with the skid steer now. Let's keep this project going here. So we got a trench, a very nice trench. It's turning out to be like over 2 feet. Like I think we're pushing 3 feet here. Haven't hit any rocks. It goes and goes and goes. So this is the easy section. I don't know when Tyler's coming back for his machine, so I wanted to get as much linear footage of this trench done as possible. Oh, amazing what 50 minutes can do. I have one little issue. Right here I hit a rock shelf. I only have, I wouldn't even call that a foot depth. So we're gonna have to figure out something here. We might have to get creative. And then it kind of smooths out. It's not a boulder, I mean it's the bottom. Hey Maddie, you checking things out? This is good though. Hey, did you watch me the whole time? Hey, who's a good girl? Yeah, you are. All right, guys, I'm going to finish up this episode by providing a little drone footage for you. I tried to get the whole thing in one flight, and I couldn't. The signal was just too weak through the woods. I wasn't able to follow the trench with the drone through the woods and have there be signal. It's like it got toward the end, and it just got kind of blurry. I couldn't see where I was going. But anyway, you can enjoy this while I'm talking and wrapping things up. In this trench, we're going to have a 2-inch polyethylene tube, which is forcing those effluents from a pump up here down to our existing septic tanks down below. We will also include a 1-inch PEX line that goes from the well all the way at the bottom and will be pumped up here to our root cellar into water storage tanks, which will then be pressurized and serve the house up here. The other thing that we are including, which is just by chance, they just installed fiber on our telephone lines, and we were provided with 2,000 feet of direct burial fiber lines, so I could put that in our trench and have high-speed internet at the house site, so that's kind of great. And the only other thing I need is a remote wire, a communication line, if you want to call it that, between the storage tank and the well. So it'll tell the well to turn on and pump and deliver water all the way up here. I should have a strong enough pump to pump it the whole way. I have a few check valves. We'll get into that next episode and hopefully lay these lines in here. I don't want to leave this trench open for very long. So I'm going to leave it at that, and hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Tyler, Elaine, I cannot thank you guys enough. I appreciate you letting me use your machine, and I babied it, took care of it, didn't break anything. All right, did my best. So guys, we will catch you on the next one and get some more work done. I appreciate it. So let's go up here. I mean, you gotta love being a parent and just seeing a random shoe in the dirt. It's like, where's the other one? Oh, it's sort of close, not bad.